Across the vast open plains, a silhouette appears against the rising sun. It is a creature of immense power and untamed spirit, the wild stallion. His breath mists in the cool morning air, a visible sign of the life force that burns within him. He is a symbol of freedom, a living testament to a world that existed long before our own. With a flick of his tail and a toss of his magnificent mane, he surveys his domain. Every gust of wind carries a story, every distant sound, a potential threat, every distant sound, a potential opportunity. This is his kingdom, and he is its undisputed, ever-vigilant king. He is not simply a horse, he is the culmination of millennia of evolution, perfectly adapted to this harsh and beautiful landscape. His powerful muscles are built for explosive speed, built to escape predators, built to charge a rival. His keen senses are tuned to the subtle shifts in his environment, a skill that means the difference between life and death for his family. He carries the weight of responsibility on his broad shoulders. The survival of his entire herd rests upon his strength, his wisdom, his courage. He is the anchor in a world of constant change. Imagine the sheer force contained within that muscular frame. It is a power born not of anger, but of necessity, the power to ensure the continuation of his line. A stallion's life is one of constant guardianship. He is the sentinel, the protector, the leader of his family band. His primary role is not one of simple dominance but of profound responsibility. He positions himself on the periphery of his herd, a living shield between his mares and the dangers of the world. While they graze peacefully, his head is up, his ears swiveling, his eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of a threat. A distant wolf pack, a stalking mountain lion, a rival stallion. He must be ready for them all. His vigilance never wavers, for a moment's lapse could spell disaster. This protective instinct is deeply ingrained. When the band moves, he dictates the pace and the direction, always guiding them toward safety and sustenance. He is often seen at the rear of the group, a position that allows him to watch over every member, and to quickly confront any danger that approaches from behind. Before a stallion can even dream of leading a herd, he must first establish his place in the complex social hierarchy of wild horses. This journey begins in his youth, within what is known as a bachelor band. These are groups of young male horses, all without a family of their own. Here, they live, travel, and learn together. It is a crucial training ground, where they practice the skills they'll one day need to challenge for a herd. They engage in play fights, posturing, and tests of strength. These may look serious but are often just rehearsals for the real thing. The language of dominance is rich and nuanced, rarely starting with an all-out fight. It is a conversation spoken through body language. A stallion will approach a rival with his head held high, his neck arched, his tail flagged. He might paw the ground, snort loudly, or even defecate to mark his territory, creating a stud pile. The other stallion responds in kind. Once a stallion has secured a band of mares, his behavior undergoes a remarkable transformation. The raw aggression used to fight off rivals gives way to a surprisingly tender and patient form of courtship. When a mare in his herd comes into season or estrus, the stallion's focus becomes singular. He will shadow her relentlessly, staying close by her side, a constant and attentive companion. His approach is not one of force but of persistent persuasion. He is demonstrating his devotion, showing her that he is a worthy and attentive partner, not just a dominant leader. The courtship ritual itself is a delicate dance, a series of interactions designed to test the mare's readiness and win her acceptance. The stallion will often begin by approaching her from the front, nuzzling her neck, nuzzling her withers with a soft, gentle touch. He may engage in mutual grooming, a behavior that reinforces social bonds and creates a sense of calm and trust between them. He will flamen, curling his upper lip to draw her scent into a special organ in his nasal cavity. This allows him to determine with remarkable accuracy her exact stage in the reproductive cycle. The mare is not a passive participant in this process. She is in complete control. If she is not ready to mate, she will make her feelings abundantly clear. It's a common misconception, that a band stallion rules his mares through sheer force, just collecting them like possessions. But honestly, the reality is far more democratic. A mare actually has a significant say in which band she belongs to. Her choice is based on a pretty complex evaluation of the stallion's qualities. While his strength is certainly a factor, a strong stallion offers better protection from predators. He also offers protection from rivals, but strength isn't the only or most important criterion. She is choosing the best possible father for her future offspring, and the most reliable guardian for her own safety. Mares will often observe a stallion from a distance before deciding. They watch how he interacts with his current band. Is he attentive? Is he calm and confident? Or is he agitated and aggressive? Does he lead his family to good grazing? Does he lead them to fresh water? A stallion always picking fights or unable to provide is not attractive. Mares are drawn to stability and security. A seasoned, experienced stallion who has held his band for years is often more desirable than a young, powerful but unproven challenger. The band structure itself shows the mare's role in formation. As the winter snows melt and the landscape bursts into a vibrant green, spring is the breeding season, and for wild stallions it is a time of intense, relentless competition. The air thrums with a new energy, surging hormones, primal instinct. Stallions who spent the winter in peaceful coexistence now view each other with suspicion and outright hostility. Every male capable of breeding is driven by the single overwhelming urge to find a mate and sire the next generation, turning the plains into a volatile arena. For a band stallion, spring is constant defense. His hard-won family is the ultimate prize for bachelor stallions. Bachelors, often in cooperative groups, relentlessly test his defenses. They harass his mares attempting to split one off from the herd. The band stallion must be everywhere at once, charging at one challenger, herding a wandering mare back to safety, wheeling to confront another. It's an exhausting, non-stop gauntlet testing endurance and nerve. Challenges aren't just from young bachelors. Other established band stallions may try to expand their herds. The life of a band stallion, while seemingly glorious, is fraught with constant peril. His position at the head of the herd is never truly secure. It is a temporary reign he must defend every day. The same raw power and aggression that let him win and protect his family also put him at risk. During fights with rivals, he can suffer debilitating injuries, deep bites that become infected broken bones from powerful kicks, the loss of an eye. An injury minor to a mare can be a death sentence for a stallion, leaving him unable to defend his band. Beyond rivals, environmental dangers threaten the herd, but his role exposes him more. When a mountain lion attacks or a pack of wolves attacks, the stallion must charge to confront them, putting himself in harm's way, giving mares time to escape, giving foals time to escape. The dramatic breeding rituals of wild stallions are not simply about individual triumph. They are the engine that drives the health and resilience of the entire wild horse population. This intense system of competition ensures a fundamental principle of evolution: survival of the fittest. By fighting for the right to breed, stallions are subjected to the most rigorous quality control imaginable. Only those individuals with the best combination of strength, health, intelligence, and stamina will succeed in passing their genes to the next generation. This process is crucial for maintaining a robust and healthy gene pool. When a new stallion takes over a band, he brings with him a fresh infusion of genetic material. This is vital for preventing inbreeding, which can lead to a host of health problems and a general weakening of the population over time. The constant turnover of band stallions, with bachelors moving between different areas to challenge for herds, creates a natural flow of genetic diversity across the landscape. The wild stallion, a magnificent icon of the untamed world, now faces a threat more formidable than any rival or predator: us. Human encroachment is relentlessly shrinking the vast open spaces these animals need to survive. The construction of roads, fences, and towns carves up their historic territories, isolating populations and disrupting the natural genetic flow that is so vital for their health. The competition for resources, particularly water and grazing land, pits these wild horses against livestock and human interests, often with tragic consequences for the horses. Their freedom is being fenced in. These majestic animals are often misunderstood. They are sometimes viewed as a nuisance or as feral pests, rather than as a native or naturalized species with a rightful place in the ecosystem. This perception can lead to management policies that focus on removal, rather than conservation, further diminishing their numbers and threatening the viability of the remaining herds. Protecting wild stallions and their way of life is an investment in the health of the entire ecosystem. As large herbivores, they play a role in shaping the landscape through their grazing, which can help prevent the buildup of dry brush that fuels wildfires. They are a source of prey for large predators, supporting the natural food web. Their very presence enriches the biodiversity of the land they inhabit. The echoes of their hooves in the canyons and across the plains are a call to action. We have a responsibility to ensure that these echoes do not fade into silence. It requires a commitment to preserving large, unfenced habitats where they can roam freely, and a vital part of the wild soul of our planet for generations to come.